It was a good team win. We executed offensively. They did a hell of a job of everybody doing their job. That's what we try to stress this week. They did an outstanding job offensively of just doing their job. Defensively, they took it as a challenge to stop the run, and they did a good job of that. They created 4 turnovers, 4 sacks, right? 4 sacks, 5 sacks, something like that. I don't know the stats. I don't really look at those too closely until after the game. Just did a good job defensively all day, just keeping the pressure on. And that's the way we want to try to approach it. We still got a lot of improvements to do special teams wise. They covered kicks well. Return yards weren't what we wanted, but we did a good job of covering the kicks. Our field goal kicker and our protection was good, solid, and he made his kick, so that was a good thing. We've got to keep getting better. We're going to learn just as much from this game as we have in the past. That's not going to change. We're going to keep striving to get better each and every day. So without any questions.
How about the game that Nick Chubb had? What can you say about that?
Nick will be the first to tell you those guys blocked for him up front. There were some creases in there, and there was some finishing by Nick. He did a hell of a job. Broke that one out when we were backed up a little bit. That was a huge play in the game. The touchdown he scored down in the red zone was a huge play in the game. Nick's a great football player.
Freddie, the crowd was rocking. The Ravens were rallying. You alluded to it. He broke off the 88-yard touchdown. Just how huge a lift was that in that moment for you guys, considering what it just unfolded?
Well, our job as an offense is to answer anytime they score. We've got to answer. We just happened to do it in one play. The play was blocked excellent, and Nick finishes it. What can I say? I mean, they did a hell of a job. Our guys committed themselves this week to doing whatever it took to win their matchup, and I think we did a good job of that. The Ravens are a very good football team now. Very good football team. Tough place to play. Their crowd was amazing. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, we've got to answer when they score, and when we score, we've got to stop them. So that's kind of the chess match.
Last week, Landry said he felt that Rams game was the kind of game that turned the team around because of the way they played. It just fell short. Do you agree, or is it too early to say?
I think there's always things in the course of a season. Who knows? To answer your question simply, I'd say who knows. But I do know this: if you just keep your head down and keep working, usually good things happen. You turn the corner. I think these guys have done a good job of that, staying focused on inside of our locker room, because that's truly the only thing that matters is inside of our locker room. They've done a good job of that, of just trying to get better. We're going to try to get better off of this game too. This is one game. Just like last week, it was just one game. This is one game. We've got, I don't know how many more, 12 more to go. Okay? So that's all it is one game. We've got a game. We've got to go to San Francisco. That's going to be a huge, huge challenge for us, is to go out there on the West Coast, Monday Night Football again, and see how we respond and handle that situation. So there's a lot of new things for this team, and I just want to see improvement each and every time we come out on the field. Sorry, bud.
Just from that standpoint, the difference between winning in this game and losing this game within your division, you tie them now as opposed to them having a 2-game lead. How big is that, do you think, maybe going forward for you guys?
Well, it's again, I told our guys just now, we hadn't won anything. We just won a football game. That's it. And I don't. You'd have to ask me at the end of all this to tell me. 12 games from now, you have to ask me, and I'll tell you how big this was. I just know I wanted us to go out and play well, play to the best of our ability, and see where it happened, see where the chips fell. And I think our guys did a good job of doing that.
How did you think Baker played?
I thought he was, thought he was consistent in what he was trying to do. He made some good throws. But again, Baker, this is just one game for Baker. He's going to try to get better. We're going to try to get better with Baker too. It's just one game. I thought he was in rhythm more today. I thought he trusted those guys up front. I thought he played pretty well.
You
Freddie,
first
you
they
scored
took
40
defensively.
points.
You first they took defensively towards Beckham, attention he received. You feel like that opened some things up for you elsewhere on offense?
You know, Odell's a dynamic player, truly dynamic. So it doesn't matter to me. Whatever, like however they want to defend us, you know, hopefully we can do a good job of getting to what we can do well at the time. But Odell's a good player, and he requires some attention.
You were hard on yourself last week after the game, looked like on everything. How did you approach this week? Was it any different for you? Because it looked today. It looked. Did you approach this week any differently? Did anything change for you?
You know, just like I said last week, you know, every week we try to put our guys in the best situation. That's what we owe to them. That's what we owe to the job. That's what we owe to the game of football, is to put our guys in position to be successful. You know, so if they're not successful, then that onus falls on me, because that's my job, is to get them in position to be successful. So I think our guys did a good job this week of executing the plan, executing what they were supposed to do. I think they did a good job of that. This credit needs to go to the players. The game of football is about players, and our guys played well today and did what they were supposed to do.
Freddie, Ricky Seals-Jones had a big game for you. Did you see that coming? Was he in the game plan that much?
I did, yes.
Why?
I know what he can do. We trust our guys when we put them out there to make plays. We trust those defensive backs to make plays when they're out there. You know, if they're on our team, they're good enough to play. All right, so we're going to trust them when we go out there. And if we don't trust them, they're not going to be on the team. That's the reason you can line up with a secondary that wasn't starting, and they compete and they play well. That's why you can line up with a tight end that you just got off the street 2 weeks ago, and he lines up and plays well, because we trust that he's going to do that. He's shown that we're going to do that. And if he's not going to do that, he's not going to be here. So he's done a good job of making an impact on us from the standpoint of what he learns, what he knows, and how he does things. You know, that's the way I approach things. That's the way I know John would like to approach things. You know, if they're here, they're going to play. And when they play, they need to play well. We don't get into that, you know, hadn't played yet and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, Freddie, how disappointing was it to see Jarvis get the concussion, and just how well did he play for you guys? And you think he really kind of gave you that energy offensively with some of those plays he made?
Yeah, I think anytime it's come on in, man. Come on in. You know, Jarvis brings energy. Odell brings energy. You know, those guys bring energy to the huddle, to the field. So when Jarvis goes out, it's a shot. But also, you know, Jarvis did well today. He did. You know, anytime somebody goes out, we got to pick it up in some other area. And Rat came in and did a nice job. You know, switching positions even. Rat played all three positions today, I think. You know, so that's a testament to his knowledge and his desire to get in his book and learn the system, because that's what happens. You don't have so many receivers at the game, so somebody has to be that guy.
Freddie, you mentioned, Freddie, you mentioned a couple times about guys looking more comfortable. Why do you think this week you saw that coming?
Well, I didn't say that. Y'all did. But I would say that I think our guys did a great job this week of just keeping their head down, continuing to work. Listen, at the end of the day, our guys played well today. And that's the difference. Our guys played well. The credit needs to go to those guys. It wasn't the plan, it wasn't the play calls, it wasn't that. It was our guys played well.
What allows Jermaine Whitehead to have the kind of day he did today? He was involved in like 3 takeaways.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we expect out of Jermaine. I mean, again, we don't care if they were like backups or not 3 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. They're playing, so they're good enough to play, so we expect them to play well. They expect that out of themselves. So why should we not expect it out of them? You know, we expect it out of Ricky. He's on the field. What are we doing? We're putting somebody out there to say, oh, I don't know if he can do it, you know. No, hell, he's on the field, so we expect him to play good, you know.